Hello there YouTube, Eric McRae, Asparagus Party here from Eric's Anime and Gaming Commentary channel. Today I just want to make a really quick video talking about some of the manners in which I deal with YouTube copyright claims in the hopes of sort of making a guide to maybe help some others who are getting into YouTube and encountering these issues for the first time. So the first important thing to note is that there's kind of two different types of copyright claim you can deal with. One is where you sort of infringe on another YouTube content creator's videos. Usually you'd be taking a bit to sort of quote them for some reason, maybe to make a commentary, a review, and it gets flagged in the system as a potential copyright infringement. It sends something over to their YouTube page effectively and allows them to choose as an individual how they want to deal with the use of their content. For me, this has not really been an issue, though I could see this coming up potentially if I was doing a review video or reacting to someone else's video where the system is sort of triggered. The second and more common copyright claim that will come up is from the use of music or, for example, anime clips and things like that. Since I personally do a lot of anime and gaming commentary, for me this often becomes an issue. So you will see this indicated in the check section of your video uploads. So for most of the videos, you'll get a copyright claim that seems to not really be an issue. Effectively, the owner of the content used, usually this musical piece, has indicated that they want recognition that they're the original owners of it and could sort of press issues on it if they wanted, but they just leave it loosely so you can still use it and it doesn't really affect your video. But there are other types where the copyright owner has indicated that they do not want their content, their musical piece, their animation used at all in YouTube for any purposes which could be potentially monetized in particular. And these ones, they're not just monetization issues, they also very much affect the visibility of your video. That's the typical problem that comes tied with these. You get restrictions on your videos preventing it from being viewable to certain areas and locales that you normally want to reach. Now there's quite a few solutions I could suggest that you'll find are very apt to resolve these issues and take care of it quickly. However, I'd first leave you a critical piece of advice, which is to really keep your video project timelines. This is absolutely important since your videos do get flagged often enough. You'll have to go back and edit out a specific piece of it, and if it's a piece of music, what's going to happen in the YouTube editor is that it'll remove voice pieces with the music together a lot of time by accident. So it's critical for you to maintain the original timeline so you can just remove the piece of music or whatever it is explicitly, or else modify it if necessary, which we'll talk about in a second. In the case of flagged video clips or animated clips that you might be using, I'm going to assume you're using them under fair use, basically that you're not trying to illegally profit off them, and maybe you're doing something like a review, a commentary, reply. Well, in this case, if you want to get away with it, you can modify those clips. For example, this is often done with anime commentaries. They will effectively mirror the image and sort of changing it just slightly so that the automated systems of YouTube don't recognize this as a flagged or issue clip. Otherwise, they might have little changes in color or pitch or hue to make it not recognized as the original content that is getting flagged by the automated system. For music, there are other approaches you can take, as well as for any audio clips in general. What I like to do for music is to just simply go into Wondershare editor and just change the pitch of the clip in particular. You don't really have to change the pitch by a great deal. In most cases, even one pitch level or two at the most is more than enough to bypass any issue. But if that failed, then 3 or 4 would surely do it. And of course, this works for way more than music. Any audio segment of a clip, characters speaking or someone speaking in the video, those kind of things can be modified in the same way. Now that's mostly everything, but I do have one final piece of advice that I feel is very important to be mindful of. So in our busy work-life schedules, it's very, very difficult to keep track of things sometimes, and it's very likely that you might encounter a situation where maybe you get flagged for a copyright claim on one video, and then maybe you even go through 2 or 3 months of doing videos with no claims, and then it comes up months later. And the problem is, by that point you might have forgotten how you dealt with it the first time, and you're sort of losing track of how to respond to these. So what I recommend is this: it's probably wise to keep a WordPad or Word document file tracking these things. Effectively, you just leave the icon for this on your desktop in some obvious place so that you sort of just see it and are reminded about it, even if there was a risk that you'd forget that you made this file. And the information you write into the document is essentially all the information pertinent to the copyright claim that came up. You get the date, the video name, the copyright element's timeline numbers, the solution you attempted, and then information of whether the solution you attempted resolved it and what that solution was. And basically this helps you keep track of how you've dealt with these in the past, so that when you encounter it in the future, you can just rinse and repeat the same methodology and it won't be much of an issue, and you will resolve these things far more quickly. So this concludes this video, and please remember, ladies and gentlemen, that it's very helpful for me if you found this video helpful or useful, that you would like and comment on the video and consider subscribing to my channel, as well that if you're into anime and gaming commentaries and even gameplay videos, you can check out my channel. I do have some of this. Thank you very much. God bless you. Have a great day.